Gen Con just around the corner. Let's talk about more of the odds and ends beyond just the actual events that you've bought tickets for. First one we have to talk about is cosplay. Tons of people are going to be dressed up. I will. My son will. It was the one thing that he wanted to do going to the convention beyond playing games was get dressed up. It's going to be a lot of fun. There will be a parade as well as contests and prizes for those who like to compete. This will be on Saturday for a large chunk of the day, probably starting around 9 o'clock usually and going on into the early afternoon. If you want to participate, there's a form on the website to fill out and mail in. Yes, I said mail in, not email. Goal for Gen Con 2024. You can also register on site, so if you don't mail in the form, you're okay. Next up, the auctions. This includes new games, collectibles, consignment or used games, as well as a random assortment of goodies. Thursday through Saturday, that's every single day of the convention. Locations vary depending on the year. Sometimes it's done in a single place, sometimes it's spread out. So if you're interested in the auction, make sure you check on that in advance. For you indie film lovers or creators, there is a film festival going on at Gen Con. Tickets are available throughout the show. Each different presentation has its own ticket, so make sure you buy your tickets in advance as well. And for all fans of the hobby, you're not left out. Miniatures are being painted at Gen Con. There will be competitions, special paint and take minis, as well as lessons can be found throughout the convention. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to grab new minis, paint new minis, and then show them off to your friends. Between cosplay, auctions, film festivals, miniatures, and everything else going on at Gen Con, you're going to have a very busy time ahead of you. Do make sure that if any of those events are important to you, that you check for regular updates, as details of the events can change